Hey guys, it's Adam with WebStarts.com. Thanks for tuning in. In this short video, I'm going to show you how you can create and sell product variants in your WebStarts online store. If you're not familiar with what a product variant is, it's the case when you're selling a product, let's say for example a shirt, and you want to sell that shirt in a variety of colors, sizes, and materials. You want to give your shoppers the option to select their size, their material, and their color, and then assign a specific price for that combination of variants. So before I jump in, I do want to invite you to tap the subscribe button and also ring the notification bell. That helps me get incentive to create more of these videos, and also it helps you know when I release a new one. So be sure to check that out. All right, let's get in and let's look at a product variant in an online store that I created. All right, here I am in the store. I'm just going to select from the women's shirts. I'm going to page over and I'm going to click on this one. I set up some product variants here, so I'm selling this shirt in both a specific size as well as a specific color. So if I wanted to, for example, select this in a medium, I could see the price for a medium in the blue. But if I wanted to see it in the yellow, I could select the yellow, and then the yellow is displayed in the preview screen as well. So that's an example of how product variants work. Let me show you how I set that up in my WebStarts store application. Before I show you how I set that up in my WebStarts store, I want to invite you to create an online store using WebStarts. You can do that by going to WebStarts.com. You click the big button that says Get Started. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything to sign up. In the next step, you're going to select a design for your website/store. You can add a store to any one of the designs. So if you see something that you like here, it's 100% customizable, and all of the designs can have the store application added to it if it's not already built in. But there are some templates or designs that we've already created with online stores built in, and you can find those by going to the categories section and clicking on online store. There you'll see those templates are displayed both in their desktop and mobile view, and you can click preview to take a closer look at any one of those templates. For this example, I'm just going to select this first one here by clicking on the select button. Now in the next step, you're going to have to do the normal things you do when you're creating an account with a web app online, and that's enter your name, your email address, and then select a password that you would like to use to log into your WebStarts account. I'm not going to walk you through all of the sign-up process. It's very short. There's a couple of other things you need to do, like select a web address and also verify your account, but you probably already know how to do those things. So instead, I'm going to log into an existing account that I already have with WebStarts, and if you're coming back to WebStarts, you can always find your login button for your existing account up here in the top right. Now I'm going to go ahead and populate that and then log in. Now I've got multiple websites in this account. You might only have one website in your account, and depending on whether you have multiple websites or a single website, you're going to see a different view after you log in. If you have the multiple websites like what I have, you're going to see a view of thumbnails for all of those websites. But if you only have the single website in your account, you're just going to see what we call the dashboard view, which is about to be the next step when I click to select the specific site I want to work on. We just do that to make it easy if you only want to create one website, but you can always create multiple websites with WebStarts by going up here and clicking Create New Website. Anyway, I have different videos on that. Be sure to check them out. If you're already on the channel, you're going to see that. All right, here I am in the dashboard view for this specific store that I've created. And I'm going to be working with the store application. So I scroll down and I click on the store panel, and that opens up the manage store view. That's where I can see a list of all of my products and that sort of thing. If you're creating your first store and your first product, you're not going to see any of this because you haven't created any products. You're just going to see an empty space and a button here that says create your first product. You can click on that or click add product to begin adding your new product. All right, so once you've clicked add product, you're going to want to give the product a title or a name. That can be whatever you want. So I'm just going to say crew neck t-shirt, which happens to be pre-populated as our example. In the next field, you're going to enter a description for your product. So this is going to be something like you're going to say custom tailored t-shirt that looks great and fits perfectly. Whatever your description is, you can put it in there. You can also highlight some of this text and make some of it bold, italic, or create hyperlinks or make callouts with that text just to give it a little bit more styling. In this next field, you're going to add some tags for the product that you're selling. It's not required that you add tags, but it helps make it easier for people to find products using the search feature that's going to be on your store if you select the option to display it. So I'm going to put shirts, t-shirts, just for example. If somebody types that into the search bar on my store, I want them to find the products that are related to those search terms, so I'm entering them there. This next step, you're going to add some images, and these are going to be all of the images of the products that you want to sell. So if I'm selling these t-shirts, for example, I'm going to want to select the various products just by selecting them and then clicking Insert File. All right, great. So I've added a couple of images for those products. Now, since we're creating product variants, you're going to want to probably add a unique image for each one of your product variants, and I'm going to show you that in just a minute. But if you already know all of the photos that you want to upload for a specific product, including the variant combinations, you can go ahead and add them all at once right here by uploading them to your file manager. You just click on upload if you want to get them from your local computer, but you can just select them from your file manager if you've already done that. All right, you can create videos as well for your products and your product variants. I'm not going to do that for a t-shirt. I just don't have any good videos for it, but that's something that you may want to use depending on the type of product that you're selling online. The next field is the price, of course. So what do you want to charge for that base t-shirt? If it's 20 bucks, you just enter $20. Obviously, you know how to enter numbers into a field. I'm not going to get into that too much. If you're charging sales tax on your products, you're going to want to check this box. I'm not charging sales tax for this demo. This field called SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. It gives you a search engine friendly URL. So for example, if I had a website called adamsshirtstore.com and I wanted the complete URL to these shirts to be adamsshirtstore.com/crew-neck-t-shirt, so that Google will be more likely to find my products that I'm selling amongst their search results, or when people search for things like t-shirts, then I'm going to customize that URL. It's a little bit of an advanced feature. I'm not going to get into it. We make other videos on all of these things. You can also assign a category and enable shipping, and you can hide your product from your catalog. But I'm going to come down here to variants, since this is what we're talking about, and I'm going to click this toggle right here to enable product variants. Now you're going to see the name of your variant in this first field. It's important to realize that although it's pre-populated with the word size, you can simply delete that and then give that variant whatever name you want. So let's say, for example, I'm selling fruit baskets and I have one that's like apples and oranges and bananas or something. I can just say basket type, and then in my next field over here, I can just say bananas or whatever, apples. You can just enter in your variants for your variant type. But I am selling t-shirts for this example, so I'm going to leave it sizes, and then I'm going to enter the sizes over here. I'm just going to sell small, I'm going to sell medium, and I'm going to sell large. Again, these can be whatever name you want to give them. Now, if you make a mistake, you want to start over, click the little trash can right here. That will delete this whole line of variants. Now, when you're ready to add another set of variants, you just click Add Another Variant, and now it's pre-populated with color, which I'm going to use, but again, that's 100% customizable. So if you're selling things that come in other, variant forms, you can just give it whatever name you like. So my colors are going to be like blue, yellow, and pink. I think those are the colors that we saw there. All right, and then finally I can add a third one, which is material. So I could even make this like cotton or polyester. And again, all of this 100% customizable. You can delete it if you make a mistake. Notice when I was adding each one of the product variants that it was listing down here the combination of those product variants. So here I can see I have a small blue cotton shirt, And then I have an icon here where I can upload a photo that shows what the small blue cotton shirt would look like from my file manager, or I can upload it from my computer. So it's going to look like this. So I'm going to add that. And I can also add a video for that unique set or variants, so that combination of variants. And then I can even assign a price. Now the default price that you gave the product in general will automatically be populated there. But let's say, for example, I come down here and I'm like, well, the large shirt is going to cost me a couple dollars more to make because there's more material involved. I can come down here and I can say that the large shirt is going to cost $25 or whatever you want to charge for it. So you can have a custom price for each one of your variant combinations. So that's important to realize. Or maybe a specific color costs a little bit more to create, so therefore you want to charge a little bit more for that color. Again, you can go through here and assign an image and a video as well for each one of your variant products or product combinations. So here I can see, for example, the yellow shirt. I'm just going to click on that, and then I'm going to select the yellow version of the shirt that I want to sell. All right. Now I've pretty much created all of my variant combinations, and I've got a couple of other options down here: inventory management and digital delivery. We're not going to cover those in this video, but you can set those up uniquely for each of your products as well. When you're ready to create the product, just click the create button, and then it's going to add the new product to your store database. So that just takes a second. And now notice that my products tab is still selected here. And now I have all of my products that I'm selling along with their variants displayed in this list. So this was the crew neck t-shirt, the last one that I added to the list. And so if I want to see what that looks like in my published store, I just click on the link. That's going to open up the link to where that is published. So now my shoppers will see this. I can select the size. So I also had a large, and then what was that, a yellow, and then it was in cotton, and then it's going to display the image for that combination of variants. So notice that I didn't set up a specific photo for every single combination. So if they selected, for example, large blue, it's not going to reflect a large blue there because I didn't upload the image in coordination with the combination of variants. Now, if it's your first time to the WebStarts platform, then let me show you a couple of things that make WebStarts extremely unique and powerful. All right, because you're probably wondering, well, how did you create the rest of the store if you've just stumbled upon this video? And let me show you what I did. The first thing you do is go to WebStarts.com. I covered that earlier, but once you're in the account, the way that WebStarts works that's a little bit different than some of the other online store builders is that you can click here to edit the pages of your website, and then you have store-specific pages, and then you have whatever other pages you want on your website, and I'll show you how to edit those. Okay, now I'm in what's called the page editor, and that's where you can make edits and changes to your page. And if you want to make edits and changes to your store page, click the drop down in the top left and then just select store. And then you're going to be able to select the store module just like this. It's all the selected area. Click on the settings cog, and then you can do things like change the number of products that are displayed in columns and rows and things like that. So if you want more of the products displayed on a single page, or if you want to change the way that those products are displayed in terms of their scaling or aspect ratio, you can do that. And you can also do things like move the search and the categories to the sidebar and choose whether you want to display those options at all, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of options you can do here, but the way that WebStarts is set up is to be a drag and drop experience. And so if you wanted to just edit any of the other pages on your website, you would just navigate to those pages and then you would make edits and changes to them. So here, for example, you can see I'm on the contact page. I can just click and then drag and drop this text box wherever I want it to appear on the page. I can click over here and I can add some new text to the page and then drag and drop that around. I can double click on any of the elements in order to change their content. So if I just wanted that to be like some other headline, I would just select that box. I can delete it just like that. That's just a real rough tutorial. If you want to see in its entirety how to create a website and online store with WebStarts, I've made plenty of videos on that as well. Well, that about covers it for this video on product variants. I hope that you got something valuable out of the video, and if you did, be sure to tap the subscribe button and ring that notification bell so that you'll find out when I release the next video that is on creating an online store, a website, web design, search engine optimization, internet marketing, and a variety of other topics. And once again, don't forget to go to WebStarts.com to create your very own free website or online store or even blog. Thanks for watching.